So set-up wise, you said was okay. It was a little bit wide in the stance, okay. Ideally, shoulder width would be okay. But what we're going to work on now is trying to get your swing to create an L and a reverse L, I guess, on the way back, okay? Here's your backswing going back here now. Your left arm is quite stiff as you go back. There you go. So your left arm now is staying very straight. It's on top. There's no real hinge of that wrist at all. I would say at this point, there's your forearm and there's kind of the club. So you've barely got any hinge at all. That's probably just the hinge you have at setup with your arm and the club at an angle. So you haven't really set the club or created any power. That's just a big, not lunge, but a big sway off the ball. And then through the ball, you're trying to get as much speed as possible. What we're trying to do now is hinge the wrist on the way back. Now you tend to go back a little bit in your old-fashioned there. Now your hands are pushing the club away.
My hands go first.
Your hands go first for the club. Now as you get to about here, let's look at the arm now. There we go. So now we're getting this. It's a little bit late, but it's better late than never, obviously.
Okay, where would you recommend it be?
Ideally, would be, yeah, exactly, about here somewhere, yeah.
Okay.
When your arm's about here, you're getting that wrist hinge. Now as you come back to the golf ball, as you come into it, it's then unhinging that wrist, which you can see here now, we don't really do at all until maybe about there, but that's happened way too late. So the face of the golf club now is going to be left open, okay? This movement on the way back in your old swing would cause the ball to go to the right, okay? The movement through the ball that you did would cause the ball to go to the left. Two wrongs made a right, and the ball would go straight, but it'd be weak. You'd be losing power based on that movement, okay? And not really able to get any speed at all. And the way you try to create speed would just swing things as fast as you could, and then you sort of lose balance, and then you'd miss it and you'd go left or right or whatever it may be.
Especially if the terrain is very soggy and you swing.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
You'd
be sort of screws off in the ground, wouldn't you, okay? Yeah. So I want you to practice that there with the sort of end of the club sticking out there. So as you get to here, you want to see the butt end of the club sticking out the bottom, and as you swing through, at this position here now, we should see the club up here with the club sticking out there.
So about like
yeah,
this.
exactly, yeah. So as you swing, basically you swing the club back. If this is my right hand there, if I set my wrist here now, as I unhinge the wrist, it's on the other way through. What you had was kind of all straight and all, basically took out one of the power points, or one of the power levers in the golf swing, which is the wrist, and just got very armsy. It would be quite a straightish shot, as you said, but it was limited to how far you could hit it.
I see what you mean.
Yeah, so you can work on that kind of set and set, get that club working. Like I say, if you're going to beat a bag or something with a club, you'd set your wrist and you'd straighten these up, get that whipping. When you have the club upside down, you're making far more sound.
Oh, very nice.
Thank you. We'll get far more sound with the club upside down, won't we? When you did it this way, you couldn't get any speed at all. It was like very, very stiff, very rigid. Okay, there we go.
So would you say once I learn this fundamental?
Oh yeah, it's just practice. Yeah,
I'll just practice.
Instinctively, you do one thing. We've got to try and change what your instinct wants to do. Okay.
Understood.
Now, backswing is not so much of an instinctive move because the club's not making contact with the
Because I'm
ball.
thinking about the
You can think. As the club comes into the ball, you have to then just go on instinct. Okay.